This update will completely break the ranked meta. Blitzo64 here, and we've got balance changes. Yes, sir, come right up. Balance changes. We've got Bonds, we've got Aggro, and we've even got... Is that right? We've got Slime, too. I'm going to go over all the balance changes in this update, and I'll be adding some deck ideas towards the end of the video in case you need some ideas on how to cook with these card changes. Dungeon Master is getting a bulk of the changes, so let's start there. Alcard, the former Master, and Zealous Archivist are now undead, and you'll see why in a second. Boons to Bones has been changed to discard a card to the graveyard, then draw a card. If the discarded card was an undead creature, summon a Bone Amalgamite. So now it's shifted more to a bone-specific card. The Reconstructor has been changed to Entrance. Sacrifice another friendly creature, then add one Bone Amalgamite to your graveyard. If it's undead, add 2 instead. Not a huge change since you were going to hit your Cursed Cadavers anyway, but you get less value sometimes. Great Revitalization is now sacrifice a friendly innate creature, gain life equal to its health, and deal direct damage equal to its attack, draw 2 cards. You can no longer hit Bones, and it really shuts down this card. Mana Break was changed to all creatures take damage equal to half their mana cost, Devotion, repeat once. This now just gives you the final spell at home. Cosmic Reanimation is now 6 mana. I've been begging for this change for years now, and I finally have it. I will definitely be using this in my game soon. Animated Weaponry is now a Super Beef Boy being changed to an 8 mana 6/8 with adjacent creatures have +3/+0. Entrance give adjacent creatures taunt, which makes carnivorous the snake thing kind of irrelevant now. Mara Harvester is an 8 health now with Deathblow, draw a card, Devotion, Entrance / Deathblow instead, making him a serious threat on your board, but with more value in the Devotion, especially with Necromancy. And finally, Wraith's Wrath is being changed to mana cost reduced by 1 for each innate card in your graveyard. Deals 6 damage, so it does 1 more damage and is also reduced in cost by spells and creatures instead of just creatures. Wild Horde has some big hitters nerfed, with Energized Elemental being changed to 4 attack, 2 health, and when mobilized on exhaust, last word deal 2 direct damage. So you can't just spam it, you need to mobilize it first so it's unexhausted. Killer Bee is now changed to a 3 attack, 1 health. When mobilized, gain +1/+0. Aftermath, sacrifice this creature. So you can't spam this guy either, you're more inclined to mobilize it. Gelatinize is changed to mobilize 5 or less. If it was a news, mobilize 5 or less again. Otherwise, it becomes a news. On to Plundering Guild with Avian Murder. When this deals direct damage, draw another Avian Murder from your deck, Devotion, add, and Graveyard. So you don't need the Devotion to make this card viable anymore, but it also becomes self-sufficient with Devotion. Very interesting to say the least. And Potion of Vault is changed to shuffle innate cards from your graveyard into your deck and banish all non-innates. Enhance, they cost 1 less mana for 2 coins. So Bones can no longer go infinite is basically what it's saying. Archer Order has 2 changes, starting with the Exodia piece itself. Cooking the Books has been changed to fetch 1 non-legendary spell. It costs 2 less mana. Discard a random spell in your hand, costs 1 less mana. This card has been nerfed more than like any other card in the game, and it will probably get nerfed again because I already have some devilish combos in mind to cook with this. You'll see in a second. Grand Tutoring will now be fetch 1 creature, then banish it. Replace the abilities of all friendly underlings with the abilities of the banished creature. Grand Tutor combo decks are now a thing, but more reliably. And some neutral changes, as Adept Gunsmith is changed to Entrance, mark another friendly non-ranged creature, and give it ranged. Last word, suppress that creature. Nobody asked for this, but hey, at least we have marked again. And finally, Auralis Healer is now a Crusaders. Crusader decks can breathe a little bit easier now with a little special support. If you made it this far into the video so far, please leave a like and comment if you're enjoying it. So now, let's get into some crazy deck ideas I have already. Bones Devotion just got so much stronger now that you can board wipe with Mana Break and still have your Bones alive. I believe this will become the new meta because it doesn't really seem to be avoidable, as Mana Break only kills creatures with a mana cost and Bones don't have a mana cost. Wraith's Wrath can be added to a variety of different Augur spell decks as a secondary win condition. You've already got 15 or so spells in your graveyard by like turn 10, so the spell becomes dummy cheap, and you can discard it early in case you get the brick in your hand, first turn. You can use Animated Weaponry and Bones to secure some solid defense for backline support, like Zealous Archivist or Mastercraft Flesh Golem, because now you've got 2 taunts side by side and still a beefy 6/8 in the middle. Adding Avian Murder to a Wild Horde flight deck can make you draw into more flight very quickly and overwhelm with board presence. Watch out for flight decks to soon become meta over aggro decks for this card alone. Cooking the Books can make Royal Filibuster into 2 mana. Then you can reiterate that Filibuster, and you can set up for crazy Augur combos with only 4 mana. I imagine you're going to see Cooking the Books be used significantly with the new Grand Tutoring. We're going to see a lot of crazy Augur combos show up, and I like that, to be honest. I like cool combos. Thank you for watching. I have been Blizzard64, and I will see you whenever the heck I see you. And if you look real closely, right about here, fish on the strip.